Hey everybody, this is Joe from Choice Physical Therapy. Thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you had a great restful weekend, a great Sunday, and you're gearing up for a great week. This week is going to be a bit different in a lot of ways. As a nation, as a world, we're dealing with COVID-19 and coronavirus, and we're adapting to a lot of different things in response to that. One of those things is a lot of colleges, a lot of local universities are moving to a distance learning format, and a lot of workplaces, a lot of Americans are going to be working more from home, and maybe more than they're used to, or for some, maybe this is the first time that they're working from home. So as physical therapists, we help people move well so they can live their lives. That's both rehabbing from injuries as well as preventing injuries. One of the more common causes of pain that we see is poor posture, faulty ergonomics, those types of things. So our goal for tonight is really to share some strategies and give some tips that hopefully you can use, you can implement tomorrow morning and throughout the course of this whole working from home. So really, when we're talking about working from home, we're using a couple different pieces of technology. So laptop is probably most common, cell phone, very common, tablets, and probably desktop computer. Regardless of the technology that you're using, setting a good foundation is super important. So when you're sitting, feet should be flat, right? A lot of times we'll see people kind of like do the old tuck and sit on the side, or maybe you're sitting and you're just kind of dangling your feet under. Both of those postures create asymmetry, they create imbalance, and that puts more stress on your tissues and can increase your susceptibility to injury or pain. So it's impractical to think like you're gonna sit perfectly symmetrical all the time, but when you catch yourself tucking a leg under, when you catch yourself kind of tucking your feet under, just remind yourself, feet flat. What that does is it more evenly distributes the weight pressing down from gravity and from your upper body, so your spine isn't taking all of that load, and it gets distributed through your legs. So feet flat is your first key. If your legs are a little bit shorter, it's okay to bring the ground to you. So grab a book, grab a step stool, and bring the ground up so your feet are flat. Second is, very commonly we hear the suggestion, hey, grab something and throw it behind your back, roll up towel, a pillow. Often overlooked is the seat height itself. And so what we talk about is thigh angle. You want the thigh angle downward, so you want your hips positioned up higher than your knees. What you can do is take a pillow, toss that down, and sit on that. Right there, what that's gonna do is angle my thighs down. I'm gonna be able to sit onto my pelvis a little bit better, and I'm less susceptible to kind of slouching. I can still relax my muscles, I'm in a good spot. If I then want to use a strategy of grab another pillow, towel roll, and support my back, that's great. First and foremost though, feet have to be flat, thighs angled downward. Next, we're going to use a situational laptop. I think a lot of people are using laptops. If I've dealt with shoulder, maybe rotator cuff impingement, maybe some neck pain, headaches, if I'm set up at the computer here and it's angled downward, that can put a lot of stress on my neck. What you want to do is go find your nearest Amazon box and 48-piece dinosaur puzzle. You can substitute those as you need, but really get that monitor height up. The most ideal here, so the line of sight, the top of the monitor should be even with my eyes. Then I'm set. If it's too high, I'm looking up, and we saw if it's too low, I'm looking down. Now, this is no good, so we don't know how long this is gonna last. We don't know how long this homework format's gonna be. Pop on Amazon, about 15 to 20 bucks, get an external keyboard. A lot of them hook up either through the mini USB or through Bluetooth. Set up that keyboard so you can get your laptop up at a good spot here. Use that external keyboard, and you've just covered a lot of the bases there. Feet flat, hips higher than the knees. Find your Amazon box and your 48-piece dinosaur puzzle. Get your screen height up so your line of sight is good, and then use that external keyboard. You're probably still good to mouse through here. If it's really the work you're doing is heavily relying on a mouse, you can get an external mouse as well. that covers a lot of bases, all right? The best posture is the one that is always changing, right? So technology is predisposing us to a lot of this stress from prolonged positioning. Leverage technology, right, to remind yourself to move. Set a timer on your computer. Set a timer on your phone, or, hey Alexa, set a 30-minute timer.
30 minutes, starting now.
Technology, right? Use it to remind you throughout the day, get up and move. So my 30 minutes is up, so I'm gonna just take my workstation right over here and set myself up so I'm standing. My hips are in a better position. My back is in a better position. Now, from everything we just talked about, my line of sight stinks, right? It's probably not gonna be perfect. I'm using an Amazon box and a dinosaur puzzle, right? But what I can do, don't let myself side shift. I'm not shifting over, kind of doing, the hip bump. What I'm gonna do is just widen my stance out a little bit. That brings my line of sight a little bit better, and it also levels my pelvis out for me and takes some pressure off there. I think we're gonna check the comments. Might have some people joining us, so.
Joe, there is a question. It says, should we stand to work? Is that better?
So again, the best posture is the one that's always changing. If you're dealing with hip injuries, if you're dealing with lower back tightness, those types of things, sciatica, standing is great to mix in. Really, you want to kind of vary these positions throughout your day. Statically sitting in one spot, statically standing in one spot can predispose you to increased tissue irritation and those types of things. So varying up these postures is good. If you have access to build out a standing workstation, or there's a lot of standing desk options, those are excellent to incorporate and a great strategy to have in kind of an all-encompassing plan.
Awesome.
Hopefully
Thanks, John.
Yep, so we talked about our standing position. We're going to be a little bit wider. We're going to talk through here. Last piece of technology we're going to talk about. A lot of people are doing a lot of work on their phones, right? What you don't want to get into is just on the phone, right? Maybe I'm on a conference call. Maybe I've got a meeting that I've got to be into, and this meeting could be maybe an hour. So I don't want to get into this position. I don't want to be doing other stuff, getting lunch ready and those types of things. Use your technology. Use your headphones. Plug yourself in, and then get a little walk in. If you don't need to be in front of your computer and you're on a conference call, you're on a phone call, you're on a meeting, plug it in, maybe take some laps, walk around, keeps your neck in a better position, keeps your posture in a better spot overall, and then you can be up and moving around, right? Same thing if use the headphones into your computer if you're on like a video conference from there. Last piece, right? So you're at home. The cool thing about being at home is your furniture is probably much more comfortable than it is at work. The temptation is going to be to grab your laptop, right? Come on over and just start working, right? That's the temptation. Use the strategies that we use. It's okay. It's all right to work on the couch. I'm going to drop a pillow down here. I'm going to throw a pillow back here. And I'm going to bring one right here. It's not perfect, right? Line of sight's a little bit off, but it's much better than the slouched in version that we initially got into. So start here. Remember, you're going to use your timers. You're going to get up. You're going to constantly be varying your positions. So get some work done here. That's all right. Use the couch. Hey, again, one of the benefits of working from home. If anybody has any questions regarding any of this stuff, please feel free. Throw it in the comments. This video should be available. Feel free to share it along. If you've got family members that are working from home, if you've got friends that you think could benefit from this information, share the video along. We've put together a PDF handout of the top key points and reminders for you. Comment below, knowledge is power. So just type knowledge is power down there and we'll reach out, we'll get that PDF to you. That's it. I hope everybody stays healthy, right? And we get through these next, hopefully not too long of a period of time safely. And again, stay healthy. Thanks for your time tonight. Enjoy.